Okay, so how to make a good first impression in any social situation. So, first dates, a job interview, friends, family, meeting new people, on YouTube, any social situation, it doesn't matter. This will work for anyone. It's really about making those little subtle adjustments. I'll give you an example. I got my beard trimmed today. This cost £8. I always give a tip, so I gave a £4 tip, so £12 in total. Now, you might not even realise that you've noticed, but if you've come onto this video, you will judge me on my appearance and how I show up. So let me give you some examples, some of the things I've done to make a good impression on you, and for my own self-respect. So number one, haircut, groomed beard, clean top, nice background, nice lighting, and I'm in a positive, relaxed mood. So these are just simple, subtle tips, but people do notice them. And sometimes, as I said, people don't notice that they notice these subtle things. Because when I was growing up, I grew up like most of people that follow me to begin with. I was always insecure about how I spoke, especially how I looked. And I would compare myself to other guys and say, well, he looks much better looking than me. He dresses better than me, or he's just born. But as I got older, I realized in most cases it's because they made little efforts on their appearance and I didn't. Obviously, I do basic things, obviously like showering. My mum and dad always kind of, they were good. They always dressed me in nice clothes. But I would sometimes not make the effort to trim my beard, my hair. Maybe I wouldn't always put on like smart clothes. So where I just kind of neglected that bit of effort, that's what made the difference. And the guys that I used to compare myself to, they made the effort. They had their hair cut, they had aftershave on, they used moisturizer, they trimmed their beard. They had that handsome look because they done those subtle little things. So obviously, as I've said before in videos, if you followed me, it's not just about the outside in regards to making a good impression on people. Obviously, it's who you are as a person, your values, the way you treat people. But before you even get to that, everyone does this. You do it, I do it. We all judge someone based on their appearance before they even open their mouth. We're just programmed to do that. So it's important to get these things right. And I just want to explain the distinction between trying to impress people in an unnatural way for approval, which isn't healthy, versus making a good first impression, because that's what really a confident, respectful person should do, especially if you want to be better in life. So basically, it's just about being more professional. So obviously, if you used to go on a first date and you didn't wash your hair and you look scruffy, 99.9% out of 100, the girl's not going to want to go out with you. You can't blame her. Same with a job interview. If I went to a job interview and I had a creased shirt, dirty shirt, hair was all over the place, beard was messy, they're not going to give me the job. I could be the most amazing person ever. Probably won't even get to that point because they're going to look at that and think, oh, there's kind of like a red flag there. How can we employ this person and trust this person to be reliable, accountable and hardworking, especially if you're representing a company? So that's the way people see it in all walks of life pretty much. So by all means, of course, there is another example where some people do look great. They wear nice clothes, they do their hair, their style, their beard, but they've not really worked on their character. They might have a really bad character. They might be late, they might have a bad attitude, and they're going to come unstuck. So obviously you want to work at that as well. And I've explained so many times on my channel. If you're new to the channel, look at the other videos where I explain how you can build confidence, improve your character, your accountability, your discipline. So it's the simple things that make a difference. And you can see this when you see people on TV. They usually always look better on TV because good lighting. I'm not suggesting that you've got to use makeup. I don't use makeup ever, and I don't use makeup to shoot videos, but I'm just giving you an example that on TV, people tend to dress well because they know they're going to be on television. They make that effort. Boxers, anybody really that goes on television is going to want to, they're going to want to put their best foot forward because they know that there's a lot of people watching them. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. It's much better to take pride in your appearance and to make a good first impression in any social situation, as opposed to neglecting yourself and not caring, because people just don't like that. If you don't look hygienic and you're scruffy, you know, you're not going to make a good first impression in that way. So it's the great thing about these things, you can do these things very quickly. Like, how long does it take to go to the salon and get your hair cut? What, 30 minutes maximum? I don't think it's going to take an hour. Let's just say it took an hour. In 1 hour, you're going to look great because your hair's cut. You're getting your beard trimmed, 20 minutes, maybe even quicker. So these are things that you can do really quickly today. Putting on a nice clean shirt, really quick. Obviously, working on character, confidence, social skills, that's something that takes a bit of time. Unless you're someone who's naturally outgoing, charismatic. Most people are just not naturally like that, right? You get some people that are. I personally don't think I was. I had to work at it, work on my confidence, work on being myself. So it really isn't complicated, but it's the effort. If you don't put the effort in, you're not going to get the result. So I've said it before, you can have two guys. They can be pretty similar in confidence, in education, even in attractiveness. But if one guy doesn't put that bit of effort in, get his beard groomed, you know, get his hair cut, or you don't have to have a beard to look good. I'm just making, you know, giving an example. Or shave the beard off. Some people look better without the beard. Some people look better with no hair, longer hair. But if you don't make the effort to put that effort in, you know, smart clothes, presentable, then you're not going to look, you know, out of those two guys, it's pretty obvious who's going to look better. The guy who's put the effort in and made those little adjustments, and just things like wearing some aftershave, you know, cream in your face. And of course, I know this is kind of going a bit off topic, but it is included with this. I've said it was so important, working out. If you work out regularly and you're fit, being fit makes you look better. Even if people don't know it, you don't have to announce it. If you work out and you're in shape, people can have a better first impression of you. But if you don't take care of yourself and you know, go years without working out and you're sluggish, it's going to affect your body language. So of course, all these things affect how you feel. If you go on a first date or a job interview and you're not at your best, it's going to affect the way that you communicate. So these are things that you should get right ASAP. And I wish, see, people did explain this to me growing up. My mum used to explain it, my dad, you know, my nan. Good people did explain it, but I wasn't always open to listen and apply it. I'd just be like, yeah, okay, then I wouldn't do it, right? But I wish I would have been the way I am, you know, later on in life. But you can't change that. You can only work with today and moving forward. So don't neglect this advice and think, oh yeah, I already know that. Because if you're not applying it, then you knowing it is just as good as you not knowing it, because you can know so many things, but if you don't take action on them, it doesn't count, does it? So these simple things will make a difference. As I said, it will increase your chances of getting employed at a job. It will definitely increase your chances of being successful on a date and you know, developing a relationship. It will definitely increase your credibility, your success if you're doing like an online platform, a YouTube channel, and you want to educate people and you want to make money and you want to help people. It goes right across the board. It's common sense. It's common sense, but it's not always common practice. I could walk down the street now or in anywhere in the world and show you many examples of guys that are doing this. They're doing it correct. And I could show you many guys who are not doing this. And a lot of guys don't do it because sometimes they're not fully aware. I've had it with clients that have turned up and I've had to say to them, look, you know, you're paying me to help you to improve your confidence, you know, make a better first impression amongst people. But I've got to tell you that your fashion is bad. You're going to have to improve it if you want to improve in all areas of your life. Now, obviously, some people are going to say, well, I know this person who doesn't do all the things you're saying and they're still successful. You can still be successful. But again, you are cutting corners by doing that, like I said, and you're not going to go as far as someone else. And I watch people on YouTube and I see people that I really like. Some of them are not presentable, to be honest. And there was times where I weren't. And I still love them because they're good people. And I look at that more importantly. But it definitely, somewhere in my mind, makes me not have as good impression of them as someone else I follow on YouTube is a good person, good values, but is professional in how they show up, how they present themselves. So this all ties in with being yourself. It's not kind of getting these things complicated. It's just very, very simple things. Looking smart, making the effort, taking care of your appearance, and that makes you more attractive in and of itself. So I'll just go over those tips again. So working out regularly, try and eat a healthy diet, right? You haven't got to be perfect, but work at it. Dress smart, haircut, style your beard, whatever works for you, right? Everyone's got different looks, so you can whatever look you have, you can always improve it. I would say 50%, because I look way better. I can see it. That's why I put the effort in. When I have my hair cut and my beard done, and I make my videos more professional, and it makes me feel more confident. Now, I could be confident with a scruffy beard, scruffy hair, and you've seen on YouTube, I have been guilty sometimes as well of neglecting the very things that I'm telling all of you not to neglect, which is why I know it from first-hand experience. But that's okay. It's not about beating yourself up. It's about learning from mistakes and putting them right. And as I said, it feels really good when you put your mistakes right. That makes you have a better character. Good character is not just about being very good in things and successful, but it's also having the character to say, I'm letting myself down in this area, or I'm making mistakes, or I'm not being as good as I could be. Now I'm going to change it ASAP. In my understanding and experience, that's really good character. And the clients that I've worked with over the years, who I can talk to them and they will not get upset or angry or frustrated at me or someone, because they know it's for their own best interest. They'll make the adjustments. But many clients who've showed up, they've got great personalities, but their appearance isn't great. I tell them, they go away, they get a haircut, they improve their fashion, they start working out, and they look like a different person. They look way better than they originally looked. And it's not like you have to change that much. You've already got the attractiveness and the confidence, but you just got to make those adjustments, like I said. So I hope you've understood this information. And when you start applying it, you're going to see for yourself how you feel. Now, I'm not saying that you got to, every single day, you've always got to, you've got to be in good light, and I think that's a bit too much to ask, but just try and make an effort where most days, especially obviously when you've got a job interview or whatever you're doing, if you're presenting something, anything where you're going to socialize, you want to shop. And what you'll find is as well, it will actually lower your social anxiety, because you feel good about how you look on the outside and the inside. Remember, the outside is the things you can change very quick, like you can cut your hair, you can cream your face, you can trim your beard, you can go in the sauna, you can get the sun and get a tan, you can put on a new jacket. Anybody can do that. Everyone's got the choice to do that. You can do that quickly. Obviously, the inside, that's something that is even more valuable, more important, that you're gonna work at over time. And that usually improve that through accountability, discipline, and facing fear and taking action. And a lot of that is around socializing and going out and practicing and talking to people, going to events, taking courses, going on dates, speaking to family. So this is really important. These are values and practices that I knew when I was a young kid, but like I said, I wasn't always motivated to apply them. But now I have made the difference. So I just want to say this as well, right? Give an example. I saw someone the other day who stopped me just to say hello and have a chat with me, right? And this guy looked great. Like he gets it. Like he did everything I'm saying in this video. Like he had a great haircut. He looked smart. He had a nice jacket on. He looked healthy. He looked fit. And I could see he's made an effort, and he said to me, oh, you look good, Johnny. And I said, yeah, you look good as well. Both complimenting each other. And it makes a difference, it makes you remember that person. And like I said, it's not being shallow. It's not just saying, oh, I like that person because they're nice. It's not like that. You've got to get past, that's very, very mature. But it does make a difference. Like I said, if you're meeting someone and it's quick and you haven't got much time, you're going to judge them on how they shop, their appearance and things like that. So I will do more videos on this, because this is just like basics. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the box below if this is really It's really woke you up, made you realize that you haven't been doing this and you should be doing it. Tell me if you're going to do it from today or, you know, from tomorrow onwards. Let me know in the box below, because when I started doing this, it felt really good. It felt natural in it, and I realized this is something that I should have done more often. You know, my mum told me to do this, my dad, family, you know, careers advisors, teachers. It took me a little bit longer, but you know, I got there in the end, which is why I wanted to teach it today and share it. All right, speak to you soon. Fearless.